Okay, so what kind of situation do we currently have on AUD JPY on the monthly time frame? Now, from the monthly, what we can clearly see is that the market has now rejected the previous monthly resistance, which is now turned again resistance at this area, creating this very nice rejection to the downside, which is exactly what you expect the market to do. In fact, if you see that the market makes a move to the downside, makes a retracement, then creates a lower low and then creates an equal high. What do you expect in this kind of situation? To see the market make another wave to the downside, create this inverted head and shoulders, and then continue to the upside. So from the monthly, immediately we did expect the move to the downside. Now let's go and see what we have from a weekly perspective. Now on the weekly time frame, the market had created this very strong impulse to the upside, which is the move that actually has gone to retest the previous resistance, turned again resistance here before the retracement started. And if you want to measure a retracement in the market, how are you supposed to be taking your Fibonacci from the low to the high of the impulse? And what we can see is that the market went for a perfect test of the 50% retracement, which is also the structure level that we find here on the left. In fact, the 0.5%, so the 50% retracement lines up perfectly with this previous support here, which is again support at this zone. Now let's go and see what we have from a daily perspective on AUD/JPY. Now on the daily time frame, what we can see that the market had created a very strong impulse to the upside, followed by the retracement that we wanted to see to go and test this zone here, which is the structure that we have already identified. And obviously the structure was rejected to the upside before a minor retracement back down. Now, it's very important that the market has done the retracement. I will now explain why. But first, let's go and see what kind of situation we have from a COT perspective on the AUD and what kind of situation we have from a COT perspective on the JPY. So let's start by defining our situation on the AUD. Now, on the AUD, we can see that net positions more or less remained unchanged with the last reports. We went from 40K to 36K, but not much change because they have been adding both longs and shorts, so re-entering the market. Short positions increased a little bit from 56 to 66. Long positions on the other side, it basically actually increased as well. So on the other side increased as well. So more or less, we don't have much change. The only thing that we know is that we still have a very strong positioning on the short side with a 47% short exposure and only 21% long exposure. Obviously, there are way more shorts than longs, 66K shorts at the moment and 29K longs. So AUD in the long term, we can still expect some weakness to come. On the other side, if we go and see what is the situation from a JPY perspective, that is quite interesting because we can see that the shift in positioning was very clear. We went from having minus 56K to having plus 17K. So from having way more shorts than longs to having way more longs than shorts from an institutional perspective on the JPY, with in the last report 2K shorts closed and 2K shorts open and 13K longs closed. So a retracement in the strength on the JPY. Very important to mention this because it's exactly what we want to see from an AUD JPY perspective. What we want to see is in the long term, we already know that we want to see the JPY continue to get stronger. However, a short-term JPY weakness might lead the market in trying to create another move to the upside. If the market will manage to make this move to the upside, that is exactly what we want the market to do, because it would create this W formation that is retesting exactly the monthly high and creating a W formation and also the daily high that we have here, which was the monthly resistance, so the monthly high. So a monthly high getting rejected with the previous daily high, the creation of the W formation with a strong JPY and weak AUD creates a very, very good trading opportunity, possible zone for a trading opportunity to the downside. So if the market will actually manage to make this move to the upside, Then, the way in which we will be approaching AUD JPY with students will be like this. We will be monitoring price action on the 4 hour inside of this area because obviously the market on the 4 hour will be absolutely bullish. So we will be waiting for the market inside of this area to shift from a bullish market to a bearish market. And then, as soon as the market will provide to us one of our valid entries, we will be taking a nice short with a very good risk to reward and very good probabilities for the move to the downside and completion of the W formation at the neckline, aka the previous resistance, now turned support. Now, if you enjoyed this free analysis and education, make sure you drop a like and a comment. It really does support the creation of more free education and analysis for all of you. And I will see you in the next video. And obviously, if the market from here will just melt to the downside, then it's a completely different story because we will have a nice information and I will show you how we can be looking for a potential capitalizing opportunity if the market will actually manage to break below this structure. But at the moment, until the market is above, we have higher probabilities for the continuation to the upside. Therefore, this is the most likely zone for a possible trading opportunity. Now, if you enjoyed this free analysis and education, as I said, make sure you smash the like and comment below, and I will see you in the next video.